looking for 5 mics.
In 1988, hip-hop was introduced to
5 mics.
We get a mic check, me and Mike F.
How many mics do we rip on the deli?
Last Breath Entertainment and the Great American Hip-Hop Debate Podcast,
Present
5 mics.
where classic albums get dissected, re-reviewed, and re-rated.
Tribe Called Quest came out with their first LP, groundbreaking LP.
The first 5 mic album in history.
Yes.
Now,
Classic rated
Instinctive Travels and Pat.
to rhythm.
the 5 mic rating system was a big deal to us as kids.
Yeah.
The magazine that held the rating system was considered the Bible.
Right.
If you were like me, you bought every copy every month.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all shared them and shit, and
Hell yeah. You had a whole library of them shits.
we read them and all that stuff. So 5 mics was a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Even as an 11-year-old, no, I'm lying. As an 11-year-old, I didn't know anything of this rating system of of 5 mics.
I was 13.
So I didn't even know. Possibly at 11 years old, I might not even know what an album was, yo.
Really?
I'm trying to remember.
It was more singles.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say my first purchased album was on tape,
Mm-hmm.
and it might have been like Rob Bass. So was Rob Bass before this or after this?
88 was Rob Bass.
And what year is this?
1990.
1990.
2 years later.
All right.
1990.
But I probably didn't understand the concept of an album.
Right.
Anyway, A Tribe Called Quest drops this album that I would later come to find out is considered a 5 mic classic.
Mm-hmm.
5 mics ended up being, you know,
The end all be all.
yeah, the epitome that an album could be.
Yeah. Especially in hip hop circles. Not in conventional music, pop music, rock music, but definitely within hip hop circles, it was the Bible, so to speak.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
That rating system.
yeah, you're breaking up again, so check that out.
Yeah.
So later on, finding out that this was the first hip hop album to get 5 mics, obviously you're gonna go back, you're gonna go do your research. My memories on this album are from, I am assuming, is one of the lead singles. I Left My Wallet in El Segundo.
That was the lead single.
All right, first of all, that's a funny choice for a lead single.
Yeah.
Considering the album would end up having so many classics on it, and we're gonna get to our favorite tracks and the more classic songs. I don't consider this one of the more classic songs. I think it's a funny song, but I remember watching a video, and because it was funny, and it was like
Cartoony.
it was different. Yeah, it was different. I think it was black and white and comical, and the song itself was like, I left my wallet in El Segundo. I was like, what the fuck is El Segundo? I'm a kid. I don't even know.
It just sounds funny.
Yeah. But it was catchy and shit, so I messed with it.
Nobody would know that it's an actual place in California.
See, I thought it was in Mexico.
It's California.
All right, so that was my first exposure to the album. Then I would hear the more classic singles. Bonita Applebum, of course. Can I Kick It? Right?
Yes.
Another classic.
And that was it.
No.
Singles. It was only those 3 singles.
Those are the singles, yeah, but that's not the only classic joints on
Oh,
the album.
no. Absolutely
no,
not.
no.
No, those are the 3 singles from the album.
Yeah. Then, let me see what else is on this album. Can I Kick It?
Push it along.
Push it
Push It
along.
Along. I fuck with Ham and Eggs.
That's the intro.
Believe it or not, that's Scarface's favorite track.
Ham and Eggs. Yeah.
And
Ham
you
and
know
Eggs
what
is
that
dope.
song's about, right?
It's a vegetarian song almost.
It's a song basically spotlighting how the #1 killer of natural, like basically not drugs, accidents or whatever, but like shit that you put in your body was for black men at that time in 1990 was high cholesterol.
Yeah, it was like all about awareness.
Yeah, exactly. They were shining, they were bringing awareness to high cholesterol.
And that's one of the things that Tribe brought at that time that was different from everybody else.
Yes.
In hip hop, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What they were raising awareness to, what their lyrical focus was on.
But think about it. Look at the way that they did it. Did you hear Ham and Eggs? It's like it's almost like the beat is crazy. The beat to me is dope. You know what I'm saying? But it's very lighthearted.
Yeah,
They're not coming off preachy.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying
at
that.
all. Not at all.
I'm just saying what they were rapping about what was different to what everybody else was rapping
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Then
Dope group track, Ham and Eggs.
Yeah.
a funny song. A funny name for a song.
Yeah.
And a funny song. Their beats, their production was also groundbreaking, I guess, or definitely different to the sound of the times. If you're gonna tell me Vanilla Ice is the biggest rapper of the time and MC Hammer,
Yeah.
Obviously that's a more pop sound, a more pop, more steering towards pop sound.
Yeah, like think of the sound that they provide, yeah.
Tribe, and before we get into the sound of the album real quick, let's go into their history. Tribe, as far as I know, Q-Tip came along under the Jungle Brothers,
Right.
first appearing on a song for their album.
Exactly.
And this is all based off the documentary of Tribe Called Quest.
Speed,
So-
Crimes, and Life.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen that, make sure you go check it out.
Yes.
Then they get, I guess, Q-Tip puts together the Tribe.
Q-Tip and Ali Shaheed.
Grew up together or were high school.
Yeah, they were the actual founding members, and they knew.
They're from Queens.
Yeah.
They're all from Queens.
They're all from Queens, but they were the founding members, and they were the basic on the first album. They were the lead to the first album.
Right.
Where Jerobi and Fife kind of played the
Dog.
background.
Right, because Fife wasn't taking it too serious at the
Right,
time.
exactly. He was more concentrated on just being a kid.
Right.
R.I.P. Fife.
Yes.
R.I.P. Fife for sure. Because they were kids at this time.
They were like 19 years old. They were still in high school, I think.
Right. And you can hear that in the music.
Yeah, right.
But the production is more,
The highlight, you think?
I don't want to say more mature.
It is.
It
actually.
sounds youthful, but it's based on a more mature sound.
You know what it is? Like you just said, it sounds youthful, but it's still sophisticated.
Right, and because it originates from mostly jazz samples.
Mostly jazz, funk samples.
So the jazz itself is more mature.
Yeah. A different taste. A different.
Right.
Yeah.
And then what they did, the way they chopped it up. Let me say that. And the way they chopped it up, that was what gave it the youthful sound.
Mm-hmm.
And the production is very original. Not cookie cutter like the stuff at the time, like you mentioned. MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice. It was a lot more complex. And
Right.
what I think makes the album hot is that it doesn't get stagnant where the sound sounds the same, repetitive. There's differences in the tracks.
Yes,
You know what I
absolutely.
mean?
You know what's crazy too is that, oh God, I gotta tell you, man, it's gotta be the water in Queens, bro, because what they were doing, only one other person was doing, as far as the way they were putting their music together, their beats together. They were layering sample upon sample to make a complete, track. Just like the only other person that was doing that at that time was Marley Marl, like on a commercial level, I should say.
Yeah.
And he was doing it because he was the godfather of that shit. He was the one that invented that shit. You know what I'm saying? But they were able to, like, Q-Tip's ear was so good, and he was able to take things that nobody thought would fit and make them fit. You understand what I'm
I
saying?
think he got some of those tricks from a large professor I was reading.
Yeah, he was, and that was the thing. He said in an interview that the reason why that album came out the way it did, it was because he wasn't listening to the typical stuff that other kids were listening to at the time. He was actually listening to Thelonious Monk. He was which is crazy considering you're 17 years old listening to Thelonious Monk. I don't think a 17-year-old today could get it. They'll they'll listen to it and they'll be like, "What is this?"
Yeah, but
and in the lab
that's
with the
genius.
Jungle Brothers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. At that time, they were experimenting with sounds.
Yeah.
Jungle had that more leaning towards housey bounces. Housey sound.
Well, they just had that one song, really, on their first album.
But he was in the studio with them when they were recording their album.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He was a part of the album. He was a part of putting it
Jun-
together.
Jungle and De La as well.
Yeah.
The Native Tongue Collective, basically.
That's what it was. The three of them: Tribe, De La, and Jungle Brothers were the
Jungle
Native
Brothers.
Tongue, and they had loose
Formed that,
affiliates.
Tribe wasn't the first to drop, right? Jungle was, or
Yes.
Jungle and De La dropped before Tribe.
Jungle dropped before De La. Jungle dropped in '88, I believe. Yes, '88. De La '89, and then Tribe in
89.
'90.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
Yeah,
And
so-
Tribe would eventually, by far, be the strongest group, of all of them.
Yeah, because their music was transcended. Like, it was able to stand the test of time, like we said at the beginning.
Yeah, and it's a little disappointing that Ali Shaheed's production is not it's not often highlighted, or he doesn't get his props as a producer. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing. Tribe was always known for their production. Not mainly, but as a collective, Tribe was known for their production.
But in debates of best producers, they're never mentioned.
Who, Tribe?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess you're right because
Not
of all
really.
this. I guess because of what? Yeah, you're right. They never get brought up.
They probably didn't outsource as much. Weren't outsourced as much.
They didn't outsource at all. All their albums were inside production, with the exception.
What I mean is the opposite, the flip side. They weren't looked to do production for other people as much. Maybe Q-Tip, but not Ali Shaheed. Not Ali Shaheed that I could remember.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That's
Right. I think he ended up branching off and doing what was it?
Lucy
Mama's
Pearl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fuck with Lucy Pearl.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
But okay, so when this album dropped, again, a new sound, the playfulness of young Q-Tip and young Phife Dawg and young Jabari, Jarobi, excuse me. What is that, Jabari?
Jabari.
Jarobi. The changing sentiment of the nation
Mm-hmm.
and the world, actually, right?
Yeah, a lot was going on. The year before, the Berlin Wall came down.
Yeah.
You know
And
what
then
I'm
you
saying?
said in this year Mandela was freed.
Mandela was freed.
The Afrocentric vibe was heavy in 90.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. It was coming. Yeah, it was being pushed to the forefront. By
There was
certain-
other things going on in hip hop though, but like the parental advisory sticker eventually being put on all the albums and things like that. But Tribe made kind of like current events their own. You feel me? Like that whole Afrocentric, like you mentioned, and the whole consciousness movement.
Yeah, and that goes back to the conversation we were having earlier regarding timing.
Mm-hmm.
It was timed perfectly for them,
Yeah, right.
and they were reporting a lot of what was going on, in their own way.
Yeah,
You feel
socially,
me?
what was going on.
socially, but like you said, not preachy.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Exactly.
In a very digestible way.
Right.
So
It's
They-
almost like a subliminal way. They were
Yeah.
doing it. Subliminal.
Yes.
So boom,
Yes.
they end up getting 5 mics.
Yep.
Now, can y'all walk me through if you have any particular highlights of the album?
I like the fact that how they started the album with childbirth. You know?
Child,
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it sounds
is
like.
that what that is?
Yeah, and it's the birth
Yes.
of their sound. The birth. To me, it was perfect because, to me, they were birthing something new, and it was coming out. You know
Kind
what
of
I'm
like
saying?
how Ready to Die started. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but this was the actual
Little bit.
birth. You know, like you when you
Course,
listen when you listen to that part, the intro of the song, the intro of Push It Along, it sounds like you're in the womb and you're getting ready to come out.
Thank you for informing me. It's good to learn something new every day.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I like the intro because it sounds mad futuristic. I didn't know that was childbirth going
That
on.
was it, not
Or
childbirth,
birth?
but it was birth. Yes, it was indicative and representative of birth.
And then it goes into push it along.
Yeah.
Because you
Push
push
it along,
during
Bran.
birth.
Come on, my
it
man,
along.
get it together, G.
Wow, you see,
To me, genius. By the way.
that suddenly,
Dope track too.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is genius, yo. I didn't know that was that at all, and that's dope.
Yeah. There you go. You see a new surprise. Boom.
Yeah, and I like that song too.
Yeah, and it's crazy because to me that's one of my favorite songs because one of my favorite lines of the entire album is on that song.
Oh yeah,
He says, "Is my society a fake reality, or am I just a peg in formation of informality?" But the fact that he says, "Is my society a fake reality?" That's what's going on today. Everybody's
Yeah,
fronting
yeah, yeah.
on Instagram and everything. That's why, to me, that's one of the best songs on the album. Everything he states in that song, it cuts. It gets to the point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And again,
Yeah, no,
they did it playfully because the beat is upbeat. You know what I'm saying? And he's spitting with like a playful cadence. You understand what I'm saying?
He's
Like
always had that though. Q-Tip always been that way.
Yeah.
It's both of them, him and Fife.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's one of the best songs on the album. Genius song with the intro and everything.
I was gonna say with how that the lyrics right now is kind of indicative of what's happening today.
Yeah.
I feel like that whole album, still resonates.
Yeah.
The sound resonates. You
Yeah.
know, regardless if you know it's an album that came out in '90. There's songs now that you
That
can
are
listen to,
relevant
like,
today, yeah.
Hey, you know, that are relevant, exactly, are timeless.
Yeah.
well, I think a 5 mic album should be timeless.
Yeah.
I think if it's, crowned a 5 mic album, that you should be able to listen to it in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't sound outdated. It should still sound fresh, and it should still sound dope, you should still be able to appreciate it as a project, as a whole.
That's quality.
Yeah. I think that's one of the responsibilities of an album that is
A 5 mic.
considered a 5 mic album. Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
Yeah.
After that, it goes into Luck of Lucian.
Yeah.
Are they talking about Lucian Grange?
No.
Oh, all right.
They're talking. It's basically that one again, a playful take on immigration. You understand what I'm saying? Because they're talking about a French dude that came over here to seek liberty, but he just has the worst time because he's French, and nobody understands him. You know what I'm saying? But it's playful, and the beat is dope. And the beat was also used by Keith Murray, I think, on his second album for that song. What's the name of it? Oh, fuck! It's a song about Bud. All he talks about Bud.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he took that beat,
the little bit of the beginning, right?
the whole thing. He jacked the whole beat and just slowed it down a little bit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
It's funny you say that because I feel like a lot of the stuff on this album was jacked by other artists.
Oh,
You feel me?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Samples, track concepts. Like Jay-Z totally stole Can I Kick It, obviously, you know, on one of his interludes.
Oh, no,
And
it wasn't
it's
on the
just
interlude. It was on the intro to 22 Twos. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. And then he says it. He's like, oh, y'all must have not heard that Tribe Called Quest shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
But, 22 Twos is sort of like an interlude in itself. You know what I mean?
That's a dope track. I love that
Kind
track.
of. And, yeah, he starts it off that way. And it's like, yo, like, a lot of things that you listen today in hip-hop or, you grew up with in hip-hop, a lot of times you don't know that were stolen from other places.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he gives a shout-out to Tribe. We all know that was Tribe at the time.
Mm-hmm.
We all know Can I Kick It?
Mm-hmm.
But it's just other elements that people use from this album that is like people might not know, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think listening to the album, you'll discover that probably something on each song or
Was taken.
every
yeah.
other song has been reused by another artist.
Right.
Yes.
After Hours.
After Hours is
Footprints.
fucking amazing to me. To me, it always reminds me of like the summertime, and I just remember like hanging out. I remember we used to hang out behind this fucking abandoned warehouse and just drink. I love this song. It's a feel good song.
Oh, okay. Yes. So then it goes into Footprints, which again my memory's messed up. But
Footprints is dope too. Footprints where they take the drums from Public Enemy.
let's see.
I'm Public Enemy #1.
Oh yeah. So
Those
something
drums.
like this. This has been used again,
That's actually Stevie Wonder. That sample.
but other people have used it.
Yeah. Listen to the drums when they kick. Yo, drums is crazy. See, but look at these samples. Listen to this.
Yeah.
Watch.
And not just a sample.
Watch.
No.
That's the shit from Public Enemy.
Public Enemy. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Classic, man.
I left my wallet in El
Segundo.
A great song.
Yeah.
Great
video.
song.
Great video. It's a story that they tell.
Yeah. Yeah. About driving too far and losing
A
your wallet.
pointless story,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Just like a shitty day.
Yeah, basically. Pubic Enemy's dope
Yeah.
too.
That's right.
Pubic Enemy.
Yeah.
Pubic Enemy.
Talking about a chick.
Yeah.
About trying to get with a chick and just all your shit is fucked up. You know, like the worst thing
That's
that could happen.
funny.
Yeah, that's a good song. That's an actual really dope song.
And it's very upbeat. I like that about
Yeah.
them. They have a lot of upbeat.
The beats
tracks.
of that is crazy.
They have a lot of laid back shit, but they have some shit when they get upbeat.
Yeah.
It's very energetic.
Yeah.
I like that. You get into it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's one of them.
Yeah, one thing I want to go back to El Segundo because, yo, it's such a funny track that you don't know really what they're talking about, especially when you're little. You know, you don't know that that's like, you don't know what El Segundo is. So
Yeah,
you're just like,
to
I
begin
left
with,
my
yeah.
wallet in El Segundo. Yo, I don't know how many times I used to say that when I was little, growing up. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, I don't know. It's just one of those things in hip-hop for me that always, like, be engraved in my mind and shit.
Nah, I totally agree. That might be my favorite joint on the album just because of nostalgia.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's my shit? The next shit on the list, baby.
Bonita Applebum.
Yo.
One of the original hip hop love songs.
Yep.
Yo, what a fucking song, my nigga.
And again, another song that was ripped for another classic song.
Yeah. Another possibly bigger. Yeah, probably bigger. Song.
No, definitely bigger. This was actually the how could I put it? That song's father, but yeah, you know, the son outshines the father.
Big time.
You
know.
Dope ass track.
Yeah, Bonita Applebum. I mean, you could play that shit today anywhere, and I think you'll get positive reaction.
And again, listen to the music, the bass line, the simple ass drum, but it was so effective.
I think it's a sample that does it for me. I think the song makes the album a 5 mic album, in my opinion. Like, if all the songs were good, if you needed something to drive it home, this is a song that you put on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to bring it all home together. And you notice how Q-Tip's lyrics get distorted coming in and out?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? Like when he's rhyming, it kind of like fades in.
Yeah.
I think that was genius the way they did that. It brings the track together. You know what I mean?
They actually did that too on the interludes in between the songs, where another back like a reference track is playing for "Nowhere to Run, Nowhere to Hide" by the Gravediggers.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And Jerobe's talking over all of them, and he's talking, you know, before Luckalucian starts there. All you hear is boom, dun, 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 and then Jerobe's talking and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it does it, and they do it before Benito Applebum too. You know what I mean?
Q-Tip the leader.
Yeah.
Jerobe declares.
Yeah, where they talk about all the members. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, that backing track that they keep using, that another thing that was ripped for another song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they're like that. This album only proves their influence on hip hop.
Exactly. And again, a 5 mic album should do that.
Yeah, and it
should change the sound, and it should influence other rappers,
Yeah.
and it should other people should sample it 10 years later because it's so fucking futuristic that it still sounds of the time. Can I Kick It is a classic. I mean,
yeah.
That's like a ridiculous classic.
That Lou Reed sample, bro. Walk on the Wild Side.
Yeah, so funny story about that. I didn't know about this song, Can I Kick It? Till after I knew of a Marky Mark song that used the same sample called The Wild Side.
Yes.
So when I heard it, Can I Kick It? I was like, man, why did he bite off Marky Mark?
So you thought Marky Mark was first?
Yeah.
Slap yourself.
That's funny.
You thought Marky Mark was that soulful?
I thought he was that nice with
Get
it.
the fuck out of here.
I was like, oh, The Wild Side. This is a crazy story he's telling right now.
Even though that beat was dope, though, because whoever produced it put the voices in it and everything, the original voices from the Lou Reed sample and shit. So I thought that was dope.
And for all those young heads out there, Marky Mark is actually actor Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg.
He was a rapper before he was an actor, basically.
Yeah.
Just to let y'all know.
Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg was a small turd.
I think Can I Kick It is ultra dope. Sounds polished for, you know, it's a group track, and I don't know, man, it was just something about the 90s sound. You know, even going back to like Black Sheep and their native tongue as well. So, you know, they did that well, but this doesn't sound like filler material for an album. It sounds like all singles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes you will have a group track and you're like, oh, they trying too hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound right, but this is just like so on point that, like I said, even Jay-Z had to use their shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's so dope even because it's such an honest track. Because even Phife comes off as saying, at times I'm a studio conveyor. Meaning, sometimes I'm just in the studio doing what needs to be done. Yeah. I'm not the integral part of the song. You know, admitting like later on that he's, he said it. I didn't take it seriously.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. That's why I think that's another reason why it's such an amazing song, because it's so honest. And it sounds honest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Classic track. I love the reverberation on the drums in the end. Everything dope.
Well, that's the other thing I was gonna say. They're not only taking new sounds, but they're messing with them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? They're reverbing them, or they're making them sound like they're underwater, or they're fucking playing them backwards, or they're chopping them up.
And to me, Tribe had always, I mean, ever since I started listening to them, which I'll be honest, this was not my introduction to Tribe. My first introduction is the next album, you know, which we'll get to eventually, because it is also a 5-micer.
Right.
Another 5-micer.
Yeah, exactly. So, that was my introduction. And when I listened to this, the one thing that I knew, because I had listened to Low End Theory than this, and the one thing that stuck out to me is their percussion mainly is so crisp. Like their drums, especially their snares. I love Tribe snares. Listen to all Tribe snares from all Tribe eras, and they're unmatched in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Smooth. It's very smooth. Yeah.
Amazing.
And I think that's I would say, in my opinion, that is probably largely based in their loving jazz so much, because jazz snares.
Yeah.
I think it's just loving music, because even this guy
normally
Q-Tip said it. He goes, I listen to everything, rock, everything.
Yeah.
You know?
You can tell, because although the jazz influence is what makes it, I think, super hot and you know, I don't know, it's just their sound. They do innovate. Like El Segundo has got like guitars, like Mexican guitars. You know what I'm saying? And what's there's this other track that they got a dope sample. I think it's the next one on the list. Oh no, I'm lying. It's Rhythm.
Yeah, that is
Rhythm.
No. Next is Youthful Expression.
I love that track. That
Youthful
beat is
Expression.
so hard, yo.
Well,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
is that
Rhythm.
the beat a single, or I don't know, it might be Mr. Muhammad.
Probably Mr. Muhammad. He's got a dope sample.
Yeah, just
Yeah, that one that you were just playing was Mr. Muhammad.
But yeah, this is
This is the
something about that.
Yeah.
That
That bass line.
Yeah. I be like the weird shit.
Yeah.
But
that
I
shit's
think
dope though.
Method Man used that sample, the bam 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 bam.
Yeah, that sounds like what? Bring the Pain? No.
Nah.
No, not Bring the Pain. It's an album on, I think, the track on his second album, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Judgment 2000.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Judgment Day 2000 was his second album.
Yeah, then we go to Ham and Eggs, which we discussed.
Yes.
Is
Dope as fuck.
a
Dope
good
track.
song.
Like I said, another subliminal, message at you.
Yeah, and you weren't hearing, like we said earlier, much vegetarian rap and shit. You know what I'm saying? So they were their
Or just-
subject matter.
Or just rap, just basically telling you to eat better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But they did it in their own way, like not preachy about it or anything. It's just how they, this is what we do,
And it's funny because at the end of that song, they're all in the studio. Them, De La, Jungle Brothers, and they're like, I don't eat no ham and eggs because they're high in cholesterol. Hey, yo, Jerobi, do you eat them? He's like, hell yeah, all the time. And they all start laughing and shit.
Yeah, I like that part. That's funny. Because, they expected him not to continue on with the track. Like, hell nah.
Yeah.
He's like, hell yeah.
All the
That's
time.
funny.
You gotta imagine how many songs came out of like that sounds like they was fucking around.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it became a
That's
real
exactly
song. So
what
you
it
gotta
was.
imagine how many songs were birthed out of just goofing and
Yeah, just goofing
clowning
around
and shit.
Yeah.
Then we go ahead into look at that. Go Ahead in the Rain is the next
Yep.
joint.
Go ahead.
And then they
Very
end
funky.
the album off with Description of a Fool.
Yeah.
So, Go Ahead in the Rain. Very funky, very up tempo. It sounds kind of like Parliament Funkadelic.
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe even West Coast, maybe a little
No,
bit.
funky, yeah. That's where Parliament
Yeah,
was
like
from.
very funky.
California. No, they were from
Yeah.
D.C., I'm sorry.
But Dr. Dre sampled them a lot, so it sounds kind of like Cali.
Oh yeah, I totally hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Funky. All right, so the question
Question of the hour. We got to it.
Do you guys think this album
Today would get a
today?
5 mic?
Yeah, do you give it 5 mics today, right now? After
You wanna go
reviewing
first, Moog, or you
the
want me?
album for however many days you've been reviewing it?
Yeah. Do you want to go first, Moog, or you want me to elaborate?
I could go first.
Go ahead, my brother.
Just real quick, just to the last track, the Description of a Fool, downplaying drug dealing at the time. That probably was like a big thing in rap, drugs and stuff in 1990. They did have like an anti-drug movement going on, but they did, again, Tribe did it in their own way as they do everything. So I think that was dope in itself. Brings the album full circle. And the only thing that I give it a faulty, that is a problem for me is that Fife is not heard more on the album as much as like Low End Theory. It's more Q-Tip, but definitely 5 mics in my opinion.
So you give it a 5?
To this day, yes, I definitely give it 5 mics. I got a high curve when it comes to grading albums. I don't say, hey, look, one track I'll skip, so it's a 4.5. Sometimes even if I'll skip a track, I'll still give it 5 mics. Yeah, because it's how the album comes around. Yeah, and from their intro to their skits, to everything that they sampled, I give it a absolute 5 mica.
Very well. 5 mics.
That's a
5. We started off with a 5.
Okay. V.
I'm gonna grade it. It's gonna the reason why I'm gonna give it the grade I'm gonna give it is because, like we said at the beginning, it has to stand the test of time. It has to be able to sound good today as it did in 1990, and it does. Even though some of the sounds are lo-fi, and they would later go on to improve that. I think they learned a lot from this album. I think this was a huge, teaching moment for them, and they learned. But a lot of the songs are relevant today. A lot of the things that they were saying in their lyrics and their raps are relevant today. Like I stated in the beginning for Push It Along. It's my society of fake reality. That couldn't ring any more truer today than it did in 1990. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 5 mic. It deserves 5 mics. It does stand the test of time. It's still timeless music. It's still music that we can go back, listen to. And not only for nostalgia's sake, but just the fact that it's good music. And you couldn't even draw from this. This kind of music will inspire you to do something. If you're into that. If you're into music and stuff, it'll inspire you to make great music or try to make great music at least.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So because of that, I will keep the 5 mics going. So we're on 5.
Wow.
5.
Well, as the local contrarian,
here we go.
I came into this album with minimal memory of the album, minus the singles.
Right.
I don't recall listening to it as a child. I listened to it a few years ago when I went through a little Tribe phase. I've never been the biggest Tribe fan. Mm-hmm. I listened to the album at work, and I thought it was booty. I thought it was like a 3 mic album.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah, straight up. But I listened to the album more in different settings and surroundings, as I was advised to once by a wise monk named Mook.
Thank you,
sir. And yeah, the album sounded different, man, in different, in better places, I guess. And I can't even, for ratings sake or for fucking, controversy's sake or to try to draw viewers or any shit like that, I can't even front on how important this album ended up being, and the impact that ended up having. I can't front on how good the album sounds, the way it just comes in with those drums. That shit sounds...
Oh, I'm pushing it along?
Yeah, I had a thought today, right? And I've seen this question posed on Twitter before, and the question is if you could expose a person to one album in hip hop to explain to them
what hip hop is.
Yeah, they never heard hip hop before,
and they want to know what it is.
Yeah,
damn, that's a good one.
Listening to this album, I was like, damn, this might have to be a contender.
Yeah,
for that distinction.
Right.
Yeah, man. So I mean, I didn't want this freaking. No, I'm lying. Because we discussed that. This is not necessarily a debate show.
Yeah.
This is more an appreciation show, and I can honestly say I appreciate this album. And I'm gonna have to go back and re-listen to Midnight Marauders and see if they're really, if it's really that much better of an album, like everyone says, because they might have grown their sound and gotten better at what they did.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it's when you're not perfect that it's good. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you're still raw and experimenting and trying to find your sound is when you get some of your best work and shit.
Right.
Some of your most genius work.
Midnight Marauders, in my opinion, is their best work. Oh, I'm lying. Yeah.
Low End Theory.
Low End Theory might be their best work. To me, Midnight Marauders is my personal favorite.
So briefly, tell me why.
Again, just what they were. Listen to Award Tour, a song that sounded nothing like it before. You know what they were,
crack.
what they were able to use, what they were able to sample had never been done before, and the way they made it sound amazing. Listen to those snares again. What I talk about the percussion. Listen to it. And then again, they're talking about, basically, yo, give me my flowers, man. Like, we've been doing this, and y'all playing games right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. So
Real quick, did Midnight Marauders have electric relaxation on it?
Yes.
And did it also have electric relaxation and there's another single on there that I was just thinking about. That
Oh My God?
No, not Oh My God.
Award Tour?
Fuck, if I think about it. Award Tour. Oh, Hot Sex on a Platter. Did it have that one too?
It came out that song was actually on the Boomerang soundtrack. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It was later put on the Love Movement. It was as a bonus track.
Those singles are bananas. Man.
Yeah. It came out during the same time. It was during that year, but it wasn't on their album. It was on the Boomerang soundtrack.
Yeah, we would have to go back and maybe do that as a debate show. You know, one tribe album against another. You know.
Yeah. So again, you still didn't get down to your rating.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna have to agree with you guys as much as I don't
want to.
No, damn, I keep saying that. No, I'm wrong because I shouldn't want to or not want to because this isn't the platform for debate.
Yeah.
As much as I didn't think this, as much as my opinion differed at first.
Right.
I didn't come into this like when we get to Life After Death. I'm going into it thinking it's a 5-mic album.
Right.
And in reviewing it might end up being a 4-mic album because we're gonna try to avoid halves on this show.
Yeah.
No, it's objective. It's got to be objective.
Not the host, the rating.
Avoid halves at all costs.
Yeah, so we got to keep it subjective. So I came into the I came into it open-minded, but based on the history, I wasn't expecting it to be what it was, and I really do appreciate the album. I appreciate the lyrics. I appreciate the beats. I appreciate the impact it had. I appreciate that everybody went back and sampled it. They created a new sound. I appreciate that El Segundo takes me back to my youth. So yeah, man, 5 mics.
Nice.
Timeless music. 20 years from now, I'll probably forget this album and I'll hear it again and I'll be like, wow, this is a really good album.
And you'll go into with the knowledge of the childbirth and all that.
No, because I'll forget everything. I'll be like, ooh, this shit sounds futuristic.
Who are these youngins?
For real.
That's funny.
I'm like, oh, my boy Halves used to like these whippersnappers here. What are they? Tribe?
El Tribe.
Tribe.
Yeah.
No, but shout out to Tribe, man. Yeah, shout out to Q-Tip, Ali Shaheed, Fife Dog, rest in peace.
And Jerobi.
What was the name of this album? Instinctive Travels?
People's Instinctive Travels on Paths to Rhythm.
The Rhythm.
I'll take a half a point off for the title.
Nah, negative. Think of what they're talking about.
No. I'm just bugging. Everything they do is on a deeper level. And I'm actually gonna go back and listen to the album some more now because I just learned a few things listening to y'all cats talk about the album.
Right.
So I didn't know that was Birth in the beginning. I thought it was future sounds of a spaceship or something. Is that what Birth is like? But definitely check out that Tribe Called Quest documentary for more information. Go back and listen to this album.
Definitely worth it.
Yeah, definitely a legit piece of hip hop history, a legit classic, timeless album, flawless in every aspect of album, including sequencing and just every way you can put an album together.
Yeah,
it's just go listen to it. If you're young and you never heard of it, go listen to it. If you're old and you heard it before, go refresh your memory.
Yeah,
you got probably some time to kill.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so thank you everybody for checking into the first episode of 5 Mics. Make sure you check out the artwork that we're going to be posting. It's going to be on the Great American Hip Hop Debate podcast page. You're going to see our version of these mics. I think they look pretty cool. I think they look pretty funny. So make sure you
might be surprised.
Make sure you leave a comment and let us know what you think about that. Make sure you're following that social page and all private pages. Thank everybody for listening. 5 Mics.
Yeah, man.
Get a mic check, me and Mike F.
How many mics do we rip on the deli?
Five sights, 5 lights, burn your 5 mics.